Hello, and welcome to Short and Sweet, where we give you the lowdown on the best Broadway national tours coming to Chicago. I'm your host, Diana Martinez, and each episode I'll be inviting a guest to the opening night with me so you can get a different perspective on these amazing shows. Today, my guest is Bud Shapiro of Chicago. Welcome to the show, Bud.
Thanks, Diana.
We had the pleasure of going to the opening night of the Bee Gees at the Broadway Playhouse located at Water Tower Place on Michigan Avenue.
It was a fabulous, fabulous show. My wife and I, we absolutely enjoyed it.
I
Great
loved
show.
it too. I really did. I was really excited because sometimes you go see a show and you just love the music so much. And when I saw Mamma Mia, I have to tell you, I was like, I don't need this crazy story. I just want to hear the music.
Right.
And this Australian Bee Gees show is a tribute concert. And I think everybody should know it's all about the music.
Absolutely. The three guys who played the Bee Gees were, or are, fabulous musicians.
Yeah.
Great singers. And they just did a great job. And if you closed your eyes, the Bee Gees were on stage.
Even if you opened your eyes, how
Yes.
about how they looked?
Yeah.
I was really taken by the guy who played Barry Gibb. I couldn't stop looking at him at first. I'm like, that's pretty freaky.
Well,
how
even
much he
Robin
looks.
and Maurice looked pretty much like
Yeah,
they
they
did. I
did.
mean, really great casting, but talented musicians.
Down to the smile.
Absolutely.
I happened to meet the producers after the show, and I said, I have to ask, are those teeth prosthetics? And they said, we have to pay attention to every detail.
Yeah.
And those guys looked awesome and sounded awesome.
They particularly look good in their white pants.
I think you like those white
leather
pants too
pants
much.
look good. Yes.
But you were a fan of the Bee Gees before seeing the show.
Absolutely, yes. Eileen and I have loved disco music for a long, long time. We love Saturday Night Fever and everything it represents. And just going to the show and seeing how infectious it was.
Totally
People were
infectious.
mouthing the words, dancing in their seats. I mean, it was
Singing
just great.
along.
Absolutely.
I looked over right about the second song, and I looked over and I was hoping, I'm like, I hope they like it. How's it going? And I see Eileen, your wife, is dancing in her seat, and it didn't take long for the entire crowd to join in. I mean,
Well,
it was,
I think also the theater, it's not the United Center with 10,000 people. It's a relatively small theater, so it's very intimate, and in a show like that, it just makes all the difference in the world.
you know, it was an interesting time period too. The show, I love how they use video to try to help you understand where
Right.
they are in their career, and it kind of is a retrospect. What I really, really loved seeing was how their music developed and how their harmonies were. But once they got to that disco era, what a different time in music it was. I mean, now there's so many different kinds of music, but when disco was in, that's what it was all about. That's all you
Absolutely.
heard.
And they were really good at it.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, they were exceptional between the Bee Gees and Donna Summer. I mean, it was just a great era for music. And
dance. I
and-
mean,
and
everybody
dancing.
started dancing at the end for that encore.
Absolutely.
That was pretty awesome.
Infectious.
Yes,
it was
it was.
infectious.
Bud, thank you so much for you and Eileen coming to the opening night with me. It was great having you on the show. If you're interested in being my guest for a show, just log on to www.broadwayinchicago.com and click on Short and Sweet. And you can enter to win a chance for tickets to be one of my guests at an upcoming show as well. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Diana Martinez, and I hope to see you at the theater or at the next episode of Short and Sweet. See you next time.